Rembrandt van Rijn's Nightwatch is one of the most famous paintings in the world, but you probably don't know much about it. And what you think you know, you're probably wrong about. First of all, it isn't called the Nightwatch. It was originally titled something like The Company of Captain Frans Banninck Cocq and Lieutenant Wilhelm van Ruytenburch, or Officieren en andere schutters van Wijk 2 in Amsterdam onder leiding van kapitein Frans Banninck Cocq and Lieutenant Willem van Ruytenburch. It was commissioned in 1642 by the Cloveniers Militia Company, a kind of 17th century police force. But this is no ordinary group portrait. At the time, paintings typically highlighted the sitters evenly and organised them in static poses. Rembrandt's composition draws diagonal lines that direct the viewer's eye through the chaos to the figures at the centre of the composition. His use of tenebrism, a dramatic contrast between light and dark, further pushes some figures into the background, emphasising the status and rank of those in the spotlight. The light falls on the brightly dressed captain, his lieutenant, and the ensign, whose gestures drive the civilians of the militia into action. And they are definitely civilians, a kind of dad's army. Spot the old man looking at his musket in confusion. He's no professional, though the fate of the city rests in this militia's hands. Another light source, which defies physics, gives another figure an almost supernatural glow. The young girl in the gold dress carrying a dead chicken with its claws prominently displayed isn't real. That is to say, she's not a person. She's an allegory or a mascot. The chicken claw, the pistol, the drinking horn. It's a cocktail of symbols, so she's essentially 1600s corporate branding. Is it a coincidence that she also resembles Saskia, Rembrandt's wife, who died the same year the painting was completed? And she may not be the only hidden portrait. Look closely and you might find Rembrandt himself lurking in the background, half face in a shadow behind the muskets. But despite this shadowy background, the Nightwatch is not a night scene at all. Due to the dramatic shadows and moody colouring, viewers assumed the action was set at night. But restoration work in the 40s proved that a lot of this murkiness was due to centuries of dirt and a thick coat of varnish. Despite causing this confusion, varnish has saved the painting from vandalism on 2 separate occasions. In 1911, a quick-thinking guard stopped a man from slashing the painting with a knife. The perpetrator damaged only the varnish. In 1990, museum guards prevented a protester with acid from damaging anything other than the varnish. But it's not always been so lucky. In 1975, an escaped psychiatric patient slashed the painting with a knife. One of these slashes is still visible above the dog in the bottom left corner. As well as vandalism, the painting has also been cropped violently by its custodians. Despite measuring a whopping 12 by 14.5 feet, in 1715 this masterpiece was literally cut down to size. Workers chopped the sides off in order to fit it between 2 doorways in Amsterdam's town hall. These lost edges included part of the arch, a balustrade, and at least 2 figures, and have never been recovered. Though a 1712 copy of the painting gives us an idea of what we're missing. So next time you stand in front of this chaotic Dutch masterpiece, remember that while there's a whole lot going on, there's way more to it than meets the eye, literally. What painting should we cover next? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and find an art society near you for expert arts education on your doorstep.